on. Next up, Joe, you wanted to talk about an album that you listened to because we
Wait,
don't get enough music talk around
Joe,
here.
did your pizza get here?
No, I have to go pick up my pizza in like 30
Oh,
minutes.
oh, fuck. All right.
This is
40 minutes.
wait, you're picking it up,
Yeah,
In
they
30
don't
minutes.
deliver
Joe.
past a certain hour. Listen, it'll be fine. Don't worry
We can
about
do
it.
it. We
I
can
can
do
I
it.
can
This
run a
is
little bit
great
late.
content for the. I mean, we'll take a break then midway.
Speed run.
Okay, but we're fine for now. We'll go as far as we can. But yeah, I want to talk about my guilty pleasure of musical tastes, which is Casey Musgraves. Um, and she released an album. Oh God, I think. Let me look it up real quick. I think it came out a year ago.
A year ago.
No, Golden Hour album.
Oh, this is a year-old album.
Yeah. This
Ew.
came out. This came out in March of 2018. But like I've been listening to it recently. I just wanted to bring it up. It
Okay.
also won album of the year, I believe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm still here. But yeah, but like this. So Casey Musgraves, she's a country singer, uh, but she does these very melancholy subject songs, but can put like a very like upbeat twist to them, and so it feels very strange when you listen to them, but at the same time you feel very comforted in like listening to them because they are very down to earth things that are happening, and like you experience and you can see yourself experiencing them, but it's kind of comforting in knowing that someone else has done that too, and you feel that in that song. But this album is great because it has a lot of like it's very relationship focused on like romantic relationships and personal relationships, and you like a personal view of someone else. Like High Horse is like telling somebody that they are stuck up and just think they're better than anybody and they can just go fuck off. But in a very upbeat and fun kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have songs like Slow Burn, which is like a child or like a child that's like kind of become the black sheep of the family. You have Rainbow, which is I think our hit single from the album, which is really about um, knowing that like telling your friend that you're better than you think you are. I always think you've always had like this rainbow above your head. I think you're beautiful. Like very upbeat, but it's kind of slow when it tells it. But my favorite song on the album is a song called Space Cowboy, and this
Ooh.
song like puts a knife in my heart when I listen to it. Um, it's essentially about like two people like just slowly growing apart, and like what that moment of realization of like we're like no longer in love, even though nothing is wrong, kind of deal.
Oof.
And it has one of my favorite lyrics of it, which is, and it has like a lot of like modern cowboy kind of imagery to it. Like the guy drives a Silverado, he has works on the ranch, has boots, all that kind of stuff. But my favorite line the song is that sunsets fade and love does too, and you're just like oh.
Man.
Just the idea of like that there are times where you just have to acknowledge the fact that the love you have for this person just doesn't exist anymore because it just wears out, not because you did something wrong or they did something wrong, but just because like you've just been with each other for so long that it's become exhausting and it's not worth it anymore. And it's just kind of like I don't know, it's really sad, but also it has that golden hour feel of like it's comforting to know that someone else has been through this as well.
Yeah.
And it can perfectly say like this, like that's what it is, that's what happened, and you're like, all right, yeah, I get it.
Bring it
Yeah.
in, Joe. Give,
And
give, us, give us all a hug.
Yeah,
and I hadn't known much about Casey Musgraves, but just now like looking up stuff like pictures, album covers, her merch, stuff on her site. That vibe you were kind of talking about with like kind of melancholy where she can be happy and sad at the same time, which I think is actually one of her like
that's
mottos.
literally one of the songs, and that's a great song too.
Yeah, I was just looking through media related to her that she's produced. I was kind of picking up that vibe, so it seems like she really has her kind of her
Mhm.
image.
Yeah, she does like a really bittersweet kind of
Yeah.
music, and it's very country focused. It's a lot of guitars, and and but she's not afraid to like drift off in some other ways as well. Like what a wonderful God, it's not what a wonderful world, but it's something else wonderful. It's got a little bit of a techno vibe to it. But I think it's a great album. And she's able to touch on these like kind of different feelings that you would have with people, and at different times of like your kind of like young, like middling adult life that you can really relate to.
Yeah.
But I think it's great. High Horse, perfectly like it's so funny because I, High Horse perfectly describes my ex girlfriend's brother, and I think it's hilarious. And I've told her that, and she's like, as soon as I heard that song, I immediately thought of my brother, and
That's
it's
an
kind of
oof.
it's funny and sad. But yeah,
Uh,
it's a great album, 5 out of 5. I listen to it when I take my dog on a walk.
Very cute, Joe.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not into country, but I'll give this a listen. Fuck it, sounds
yeah.
cool. Um, let's let's do a Willard hip hop. It's not even fully hip hop. Little section where
I'm going
uh,
home.
I also had an album to listen to, which is Igor by Tyler the Creator. And I
Igor.
thought we would squeeze these together. Tyler the Creator is an artist that I never really liked. In fact, I actively disliked a lot of his music until 2017, where he released an album called Flower Boy, where he just came out as bisexual, and then all of a sudden his music was fucking fire. It was like really well produced and feel good to listen music. Um,
Yeah, like I've heard of lately I've been hearing songs and I'll really like it and I'll look up who it's by and I see Tyler the Creator. I'm like, "Oh my
what
God,
the
this is
fuck?
Tyler the Creator song."
Yeah, it's he completely changed the sound from there. It's a lot more mature now. Um, Igor is his most recent album, and I gave that a listen a while ago, and I really like a lot of this album. So thematically, it's pretty strong. Where it's about a love triangle, where Tyler's seeing a person who is also seeing his ex girlfriend or something like that.
Ooh.
Hold on, let me pull up the wiki just so I could fact check. Yeah, yeah, okay. And the thing with this album is that it comes in phases of him like falling in and out of love with this person and finding himself, and it's called Igor because that's like a monster name, and he there's a point of the album where he becomes Igor. It's good like album concept building shit. The album itself really good production, a lot of really good songs. Earthquake is definitely one I think you guys should listen to. I
Oh
think
man, that was the song where like I heard it and I was like, "Oh my God, this is Tyler the Creator. This is lovely."
right? It's just it's soulful. I feel like his music is really soulful now, and
Yeah.
I feel like this album's really strong. There's this stretch of songs I don't like from let's see, New Magic Wand, A Boy Is a Gun, Puppet, and What's Good. So that's like a solid 1, 2, 3, 4 song stretch that I don't really feel. But then the album ends real strong and sad, and it starts so strong as well with I Think and Running Out of Time and Earthquake. It's just not much to say. I really like this album. Solid 4 out of 5. Uh, go listen to Earthquake, kids. It's a beautiful song.
I think I
Um,
heard. I can't remember.
well, you can double check after just to make sure.
I
And
will.
then also rap news. One of my favorite artists, good old Drake, dropped 2 new songs and they were okay. The Raptors won the NBA Finals, and he is like the Raptors ambassador. He actually like works for the Raptors in a way, and so he was pretty excited about that. And he dropped some songs, and he's on his ignorant, just diary shit. Like a lot of his songs are diary raps where he's just updating us on his life, and they're fantastic. And these songs
Ooh,
are pretty good.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
And that's my music update. Gotta break
I,
up those video games and animes, you know.
yeah, I just want a button on the end right here. I just looked up the golden hour like album wiki just to see it, and it won album of the year and country album, and Space Cowboy won best country song. So yeah, you should at least listen to Space Cowboy, because that song is like really kind of like it's just like it's kind of great and sad at the same time, where it's like, yeah, okay, I get it, but yeah,
Gonna give
go
it a
listen to
go.
music, it's good.
Music's good, guys. All right.